Okay. All right, well, welcome friends to your practice. Take your comfortable seat. So sit on something if you need to. And if that comfortable seat happens to be on a chair or anything like that, like make it comfortable so you can drop in. Let your hands rest in a comfortable way. And I'm gonna have the palms turning up as a way of opening yourself to receive. And let your eyes close, your chin maybe drop a little bit. Maybe you smile or just let your face soften. And then just beginning here with your awareness into your hands, however you have placed them. Really tune in to any tension in the hands. Even as I do that, I feel, I'm really working the thumbs, I can soften. Just let the hands be so relaxed. So the fingers feel like they're curling in. Just releasing any tension in your hands. Baby finger, your ring finger, middle finger, index finger, and your thumb. And when we have soft, perceptive hands, that translates all the way up to the heart, all the way to the breath. Keeping the hands receptive and soft, letting that transfer into the body. And then just before we leave this place, just be aware of yourself seated. Be aware of this body. Maybe you make little corrections in how you're sitting to grow a little taller, to feel that you are in your best alignment that you can get right now. Feel the crown of the head balanced right over your sit bones. Imagine your ears in line with your shoulders, shoulders evenly dropping. And as you take the seat of the yogi, and take your nice full inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, join the palms together at your heart. Bow your chin with great reverence and devotion, honoring this place you're in, the very beginning of your practice, and that you are here on your mat. And before we begin our 3 ohms, take a full inhale. Exhale that breath completely. And inhale fully to begin. And bow your chin. Place your hands on your thighs, move your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, friends, so we'll start close to a wall. And so I know now you have to shift, but that's okay. Find a place where you have a wall. And if you don't have a wall nearby, you could use the edge of your couch or, make it happen, make it work. And if you don't have a wall, it's fine too. You'll do everything. You just won't get the feedback of the wall. So, okay, I'm going to sit facing you. I'll take my arm out, just find the wall there. So I just have my fingers at the wall. Yay. Oh, I love when, I know I can't see everyone's video. It's fine. You don't ever have to turn it on. But it's so nice when I can actually see what you're doing. So once I'm here, I'm just going to drop this hand down to the floor, and you might take a block if you need it. You'll take your opposite hand and just reach up and then crescent over. Find that wall with your fingers. And I'm just going to change the camera just so I can all see. Yeah. And then press into the wall. Anchor that sit bone down to the floor and use the hand on the floor to just, engage a little bit. See if you can turn your head up. Soften your jaw. Take a few breaths. Okay, if it's too much, go a little closer to the wall. Okay, I'm going to inhale. Now as I exhale, I'm just going to turn the head to look down. Just turn your chin, look down. Now start to turn yourself a little bit, like that hand on the floor might walk out a little bit, and just turn your body, press into the wall. Okay, don't let your head hang like a bowling ball. Hold it up. Good. Okay, and then release from that and just pause. You can even close your eyes if you like. Oh, I just heard heart make a yum. Okay, great. Delicious, right? All right, second side. So same thing. I'm going to turn around. We both have sleeping dogs. What am I saying? Okay, so again, I'll sit just a little bit away from the wall. Mark it with this hand. So okay, I'm in a good place. Sit on something. And then drop this hand to the floor. Lift your other arm, outside arm up. Lift up through your ribs. Now crescent over. Find the wall. And just push in with that hand. Anchor the outer hip. Breathe. And if you can turn your face to look up underneath that arm. So you're looking in front of it. And then engage the hands wherever they are, both hands, anchor. And now inhale. As you exhale, just turn your chin towards the other shoulder, look down. And then let that start to bring in a bit of a twist. So this outside hand walks out, the hand on the floor walks out. Turn your chest a little bit. Anchor the hands, anchor the hip, smile. Be in control of your head. And then release, and this time just turn and face the wall, but you're still sitting, a little bit away. Good. And then just take a few moments, feel. Yes. Okay, good. So I'm going to change the cross of my legs. Yeah. Find what you need, sit on something, and then we're going to take the hands to the wall. And I'm just going to reach up with the hands, however they're going to go. Bring yourself closer, further away from the wall. You're on the pads of your fingers. And then press the fingers, pads into the wall and up. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart. So as I drop the arms, shoulders, I'm lengthening up. I'm going to lift my chin, look up. And then see if I can melt the heart towards the wall. Maybe the hands are going to walk up the wall a little bit. I'm just going to melt. The heart is not going to touch the wall unless you're super, super flexy. And then whenever you get here, push the hands down into the wall and up. Anchor your sit bones. Take your belly in. Breathe. And then press the hands into the wall. Rise up. Walk your hands down the wall. Bring your hands to your legs. Turn your palms up. Feel, sit and breathe. Good. Okay, so now we're going to turn and face that first direction. So again, turning, I'm going to go back to habitual cross. And now we're really going to turn. So I'll take this hand to the wall. My elbows bent a little bit. So that's fine. I like to make noise effects, but I take this down like it's like gonna really lift that side of the heart with the shoulder blade. Okay, now we take the outside arm, reach it out, open your hand. Let's turn to look at that thumb and inhale. Now as you exhale, bring this hand, keep looking at it. Exhale, breathe. If you need to inhale, do that, breathe. Now take the hand in line with the other. Start to walk your hands behind you as you turn. Okay, your hips might move. It's fine. I'm sliding. Just push in, turn. Okay, keep the outside hand. Take the inside hand down to your knee. And now find that twist like we do. You have that hand on the outside of the knee. You're using the wall. You're dropping that outside shoulder, or the one that's facing me, I guess. Good. Okay, now just release a little bit. Just like keep everything where it is, but look straight. That hand is going to hold this knee, and we're just going to do this. I love this. We reach up and we crescent over the opposite way, and you use this knee, anchor it, open. Okay, now I'm just going to floss. So I'm just reaching up to the sky. I'm going to turn my head up, open the chest, maybe take this top arm back a little bit, and then turn and look down. So there's a little bit of this, I call it flossing, a little bit of movement in maybe your upper back, mid back. Okay, do one more. And then we're going to release this arm in the air all the way down to the other knee. So you've crossed your, I'm just turning, you don't have to. You crossed your arms. You're going to let your head drop, your belly come back as if you're doing cat pose. Press your belly back, press your knees into your hands. The hands pull the knees. Shoulders move away from the ears. Breathe. Good. Okay, and then just let yourself fall forward. Take your hands to the floor. Let's take a little forward fold interlude here. Just walk your hands forward. And then we're going to just rock side to side. So one shoulder drops to the floor and then the other. I'm just kind of flossing. Let's floss this body. Good. Okay. Come to center, but stay wherever you are here. Keep one hand on the floor, reach the other one up, and maybe you take it all the way back if that works. And then come all the way back up. Bring it down, place it on the floor. Inhale, opposite arm up to the sky and maybe back. Maybe you have to move your hip. Notice what you're doing. And then take it back. Let's do that one more time each side. Open, use the hand on the floor to push into the floor a little bit. Bring it down and then opposite arm up. Wherever it goes, open and come back. Okay, walk your hands in. Let's come back to this beginning. Just feel, you can close your eyes. Let your hands be so soft. Okay, I'm just going to stretch the leg. We're going to do the opposite side, but I'm just going to do this for a moment. And then we'll turn around and take your opposite cross of your legs if you can. And then you just take that hand to the wall, just right there. It's not straight, it's a little bit bent. Sit on something if you need to. Okay, now take this outside arm out to the side and really stretch it. Open your hand. Lift yourself up. Look at your hand that's reaching out. Now take it up. Oh no, do we go straight across? We went straight across. Go horizontal across. Watch your hand, watch your hand, watch your hand. Bring it to the wall. Now walk both hands behind you more. And you anchor the hands, you turn, drop your shoulders, drop your jaw. Take your belly back a little bit. Good. Okay, and then from here, we'll take that inside hand, the one that we stretched out and brought over, grab hold of your knee, and now keep that hand at the wall, but twist a little deeper. Use the hand on the knee to push in, the hand on the wall. And what's happening is you're actually taking, I want to say the ribs, the outside ribs are moving back. One more breath. Okay, now just keep your hands where they are, but bring yourself to face front so you can catch that outside knee. Good, and then take that arm at the wall down. Oh no, it's gonna come up in the air and you're gonna crescent over. We hold on to that knee, take that upper arm out. So I'm just going opposite you. So one arm's up. Good. Okay, and then we cross it over. So you're holding on to both your knees. And we take this version of cat pose. I'm just gonna turn to the side. So I'm holding on wherever the knees are. If they're up here, that's fine. You push the knees, hands pulled back, take your chin back, heart back, flex your feet a little bit. If you need to move a little bit here in this pretzel, do that. Literally a pretzel. Good, okay. And then take yourself forward, bring your hands to the floor. Again, move into this forward fold. Wherever you are, once you're in it, melt 3 breaths. Good. Okay, rock your shoulders in some way. Good. And then you can take your gaze and look past your hands. Anchor your hands to the floor and then reach one up. Take it out if that works. As I do this, my hip is moving back too. I see that. Because if that's happening for you, let that happen. Then bring it down, lift the other arm up and over. Take the hip back if you need. And then come back. And one more time each side. Can you go a little bit more? Good. And then come back. And one more. Good. Bring it back. Walk yourself upright. Let's take a few moments just sitting. Turn your palms up. Be here. Good. Okay, friends, I'm going to take my hands behind, place the feet on the floor so you can move away from your wall. And we'll just start like this. So I have my, I like the fingers pointing towards the hips. Spread your fingers as much as you can. Find your place here with the feet, whatever distance. And let's just start with this, like bring the shoulders forward and take the shoulders back. Just do this a few times. Just one, both shoulders forward, both shoulders back. Feel your wrists. If you need to turn the hands out, that's fine. And now we're going to move the shoulders one at a time. So just come to your neutral. Take the right shoulder forward and the right shoulder back. And just do the right shoulder a few times. Just feel that. Let's do one more. Good. And now do the left shoulder. Take it forward and back a few times. Good. Okay, now we do them at the same time, but opposite. So come to your neutral. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and you can even look over your left shoulder, and then switch, and look over your right shoulder, and switch, and switch. Good, last time, one more on each side. Switch, and switch. Good, okay, stretch your legs out, take your hands, move your wrists around. Good, okay, well, let's come back to the wall. I feel in my head, my brain screaming at me, you have to do this pose. So let's do this. All right, if you have room at the wall to open your legs wide and take the feet to the wall, so they might go wider than what I have here, and then see, can you touch the wall? So find your place, sit up on something, mark it for yourself. If you need to throw little blankets underneath your knees or whatever you need. Okay, once you kind of are like, okay, I'm here, now take your hands behind you and just lift your chest, take the shoulders back. Good. Add some flexion or something in your feet if you can spread your toes. Good. Okay, feel the tops of the thighs pressing down. And then melt your sit bones down. And even as I've given all this, I see heart's just getting in, so that is probably not alone. Okay, now I'm going to keep one hand behind my back, take one hand to the wall. Okay, and now I'm going to turn, you're going to know which way to turn. Push the hand into the wall. Now take this hand that's on the floor and see, can you pop it behind your back? So the back of the hand is there, and then you can open that shoulder more. Press that same hand that's on the wall, that foot is going to push into the wall a little more. Good. Okay, release. Rest. Full breath in, full breath out. And then second side. So one hand to the wall, one hand behind. And then we turn. And you kind of feel whatever that is. Maybe this is it. Maybe this hand can come behind. And then I can really open this shoulder. Now I feel the same foot, same hand really anchoring. One more breath. Good. Okay, release. Both hands to the wall. Walk them up as high as they're going to go. And then just melt yourself down. And that might be like you just feel just your head dropping. And that is okay. Just close your eyes. Breathe into your body. And let the breath and the softness maybe open things for you. You might find, I can walk my hands up a little higher. Maybe I need to bring them down. Okay, push the fingers into the wall. That's going to send your hips back. Let's take 2 more breaths. Good. And then rise up, release your hands, and maybe just lean back on your hands for a moment. You can floss your shoulders or breathe here. Again, bend your knees, feet to the floor. Separate the feet nice and wide, and let's do this windshield wiper action that I'm such a big fan of. Good. Okay, friends, so from here, I'm gonna press up onto the hands and the feet. So I'm gonna lift the hips. Okay, bring your feet to the floor. What I was gonna say is from that, I'm gonna walk it into squat and then come up into downward dog. So you know where we're going. We're going downward dog. You go however you like, but if you're here with me, feet on the floor, hands on the floor, lift your hips, and then walk your hands all the way over. Come into squat here. You might even open one knee out and the other as we do. Let the hips get a little lubricated. Okay. You can put this on the other side of me too. Okay, and then we'll move into downward dog. Hands to the floor, step back. Take a few breaths here. Feel the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. Everything there. Good. Okay. Take one more breath. Okay, let's take your, I'm going to start with my left leg. So bring the big toes to touch, sweep the left leg up into the air, look forward, anchor, lift your hips or whatever you can. And then we'll take this left knee just coming down to the floor, just underneath your heart or your tummy, just down. Yeah, now slide this knee forward and we're moving into a version of not really pigeon. So I'm just here, I'm on, take the knee forward, sit on it, then put your right knee to the floor, top of the right foot to the floor. Does this work? You can bring the knee up higher. Bring the knee up as high as you need. Okay, heart's gonna work in. Yep. Now just start to turn yourself a little bit. Be kind, just feel. Good. Okay, and then if you're okay here, if it's not okay, you can move your leg into regular pigeon. But if you're okay, maybe you come down onto your forearms. And we're in this place of, I'm just going to exaggerate imbalance. I could really drop that outer hip. And I'm going to try and keep the hips level. Shh, quiet, quiet, quiet. Take one more breath. Okay, then come back on your hands. Tuck the right toes under, and we come back to downward dog. I'm going to lift this left leg up in the air. Good. And then put that left foot on the floor. And let's do the same with the right. So adjust what you need. Lift the right leg. Maybe you come up high onto the toes of the left leg. Push the heels of the hands down and forward. And then come forward. Put the knee down. And then maybe it comes, you bring that knee forward more if there's room. Drop down. Put the left knee on the floor, top of the left foot. And then again, we'll come back to this rocking. And we have lots of space here because that hip is lifting off the floor. And just, be in your space. Good. Okay, and then if you're okay to come down. Adjust what you need. Make it work for you. The shifting and balance. Good. It's all good. Shh. See. Hey. Shh. Good. Okay, come back. We're gonna come back, downward dog. Maybe lift the right leg up. Open. Good. Come back down to your dog. Good. Inhale, lift your heels, and exhale, lower down into child's pose. However you want to do this, friend. So knees wide, knees together. But let's try and keep the hips on the heels. So if that's not happening for you, you take a blanket, throw it in, or come up on your hands. And once you have the hips to the heels, then you can start to come forward. So you do your best. Hey, she's so pretty, but she really has a really not pleasant bark. Okay, take 2 more breaths. Good. All right, and then we'll just come back to hands and knees. I'm going to tuck the little toes under, walk the hands back, come into this version of squat for a moment. You can have the heels lifting. Maybe you rock your feet and we're gonna come to forward fold. Thank you. Hands to the floor and we'll just lift the hips, heel toe your feet a comfortable distance apart. Rock your hips side to side, bend your knees as you need to. Just be in your forward fold. Close your eyes. Good. Okay, take one more full breath in. Breathe out. And we're going to come all the way up to standing. So we'll bend the knees, open the arms out to the side, lift your head, your heart, and then rise up through the power of your legs. Reach the arms up, touch the hands over your head, and then release the arms all the way down. Take a few breaths here. Let your, whatever dizziness you have, go away. And take one more breath. Good. Okay. So we all have a wall. So let's do this. Let's turn and face your wall. I'm just going to lift this up. See if that will help. Okay. All right. So now I'm just going to stand a little bit away from the wall. Maybe take my hand and just kind of mark it. So I'm facing the wall. Yeah. Okay. So let's start like this. Take your hands to your hips. Shift the weight onto, let's say, the left foot. Take your right leg up and just bring your foot to the wall. And then we'll bend the knee, take the hands to the wall. And you'll push this back thigh back. Okay, soften your glutes, anchor your feet. So even that foot at the wall with the knee bent is pressing. I press this left thigh back. Take the belly in, and then if you can reach your arms up, go there. Take one more breath. And then hands to the wall. Take the foot down and then bring yourself upright to standing. And just take a few moments. Good. Okay. So second leg, hands to your hips. Take your belly in, shift the weight onto the right foot, and take that left foot now to the wall. Now you can bring your hands to the wall as you bend that left knee. And, if you need to walk the left foot out, you kind of play there. See if you can really get strong into that standing leg. And then you anchor that left foot even as the knee bends. Okay, I'm going to say this again. Back thigh, right thigh is pushing back. Left foot into the wall. Take your belly in, even your heart back. Lift your arms. Keep everything where it is. Breathe here. Soften your glutes if you can a little bit. And then take your hands back to the wall. Release the foot and just stand. You just take a moment. Okay, turn yourself around. And now I'm not right at the wall, but I'm going to drop my hips to the wall. We're going to do forward fold, hips at the wall. So you take your time. You find a good distance. Kind of wiggle the tush in a little bit. Feel your feet. Make them point straight ahead so the outer edges are lined up. And now just rest your back at the wall. Take the hands to the wall. Take the shoulders to the wall. Take your belly back, heart back. Start to anchor the legs a little more. Even lift your kneecaps up. Good. Inhale, reach the arms straight up. Backs of the hands to the wall. And now as you exhale, we're going to fold forward. And you just come forward. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. If you need blocks, take a moment, find them. And then drop in. Let the jaw go. Can you relax your toes? Yes. Okay. Now lift all 10 toes up. Keep the soles of the feet anchored to the floor, but lift the toes up and now push the feet down and away. Okay, a few more breaths. Good. Okay, take your hands up either side of your hips, so your hands are at the wall. Push the wall away. Take your hands to the floor, now walk them forward back into your downward facing dog. And adjust your feet, do whatever you need to do here. Good. Okay, so we're all at the wall, I'm assuming. You're gonna walk your hands back and your feet back till your heels are up the wall. Okay, and then narrow your hands even a little bit more. Walk them in maybe a little bit more. Okay, feel how this is. And even if your knees are bent, you're pressing back, awesome. Now firm your arms towards each other. Anchor the hands, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Maybe and press the heel away. Look at your right thigh, push it to the wall. Okay, just for fun, shift your weight onto the left hand, take the right hand off the floor, grab hold of the back of your right thigh. Nice, release. Set that left foot on the floor, right leg up. Tuck the toes under, push out through the heel. Look at your left thigh, even just looking at it, presses it back. Now shift your weight onto the right hand. Nice and strong, take your left hand off the floor, grab hold of the back of your left thigh. One more breath. Okay, release, hands to the floor, feet to down. Walk your hands forward and lay on your tummy. And just lay on your tummy, let your head rest. Take a few breaths there. So good. Okay. Well, when we have the wall, we take the legs up the wall, then there's so many fun things we can do. So just stay as you are, start to anticipate the fun. Feel your heartbeat. Slow your breath down. Feel excited. Good. Okay. So let's take a cobra here. Let's start maybe in Sphinx. So stay down, just come up onto your forearms. Spread your fingers. Take the shoulders back. The legs are firm and straight and long. Take your belly in a little bit. Smile, breathe. Okay, and then release down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Nice strong legs. Let's do a baby cobra. So we'll lift the shoulders, lift the head, the heart, the hands come off the floor, and you look down. And if you want to sweep your legs up, lift them up, that's fine. Breathe. One more breath, come up a little higher. And release all the way down and rest. Turn your toes in, heels out. Breathe. Good. And then we'll take the hands back into position here. We're going to come up. Your version of cobra, my friend. So you feel the cobra. The hood of the cobra is your shoulders lifting up away from the floor. Lifting your heart, your head, the hands anchor, come up wherever you like. Maybe you turn a little bit side to side. Good. And breathing. Okay, and then just for 2 breaths, come up wherever that is. Really take the shoulders back, open your heart, spread, whatever you can, fingers, toes, and lower. Good. Okay, child's pose. Straight up and back. Child's pose, maybe the knees come together a little more. And hips to heels, and then melt yourself in. So hips to heels is really going to bring some breath into the back. And you can even push the hands down and away. That's a little bit of a cat pose action. We take the belly back, the hips tuck under a little bit. Okay, we're here for another 3 breaths, so make them count. Good, okay. And then come up to your hands and your knees. Good. Okay, we're gonna find downward dog again with the heels at the wall. You can walk your hands back. And I'm pretty sure everyone who's here has done this before, but if you wanna watch, I'll do it just super quick. So super quick, here's my super quick one. Come up, I'm gonna lift one leg up, and then I'll walk my hands back and see, I put the top of the foot on the wall. See if I can get a little closer. And then once I'm here, I'll take that foot that's on the floor and see if I can put it down. And oh, so much stretch. Okay, so you're just gonna go wherever you go. And if you're happier on your forearms, then you can totally do this on your forearms. So you can take the weight off your wrists. Okay, so we'll come to downward dog and make it narrow. And that might just be enough, you know, maybe you're like, oh, it's enough work. Otherwise, bring the big toes to touch, and let's take the left leg up, tuck the toes under, and then put the top of the foot on the wall. Now walk your hands back, slide that left leg up the wall, see if you can go a little bit deeper in this version of splits. Even if you have your knees bent, you're stretching, opening, and then release. You can walk yourself back out, downward dog, or sit for a moment, or child's pose. Let's just take a moment, because that is a big stretch. Just feel, you know, right from the top of your head all the way down, your hands. You know, I said at the very beginning, let the hands be relaxed. I guarantee your hands are probably pretty relaxed right now. Good. I shouldn't say I guarantee, I feel. Okay, and then we'll come back. So we're going to do a second side. And so again, you make a very narrow dog. And find your place here, feel everything. Big toes touch, right leg comes up the wall. We'll tuck the toes under, push the heel. Might stay there, or top of the foot to the wall. And you look forward as you walk your hands back. And once you kind of get to your place, then you look at that left thigh. Maybe you put the sole of the foot towards the floor. Good. Okay, release. Walk your hands out, come down, child's pose, or just sit for a moment and feel all of that. Integration, what you've offered, what you've invited. Okay, move your wrists around. You probably need a good shake. Good. Okay, well, guess what's coming next? We're gonna do handstand at the wall, because you've pretty much done that already. So this one we'll do like an L stand. I said handstand. It is a version of handstand. We call it L stand. And you could do it on your forearms too if you wish. You know, if the wrists need a rest, I'll say that again. Okay, so we come back to that narrow dog. And if you want to watch me first, I'll just do super quick. Just come up, take one foot. I'm going to go hip height. Then I take the other foot. I push into the wall. Just by pushing into the wall, I can take the other foot up. Maybe the legs will straighten, maybe not. It's all fine. And you just kind of play, okay? Who else is gonna make you do this? Where else in your world are you gonna do this? But here and now. So let's go. Put in your best effort. Find your narrow dog. Really firm your arms towards each other. Spread your fingers. Take one foot up the wall. And then you look forward, push into the wall with that foot. Take the other foot up. And then firm yourself into the wall, into the floor. Maybe you lift one leg in the air. But if you lift one leg, you're gonna have to do the other, so you gotta switch. Yes. Okay, and then when you're ready, come out. Same thing, either sit, child's pose, take a nap, whatever you need. Shake your wrist. Feel your heartbeat. Give yourself some big kudos. You did it. Okay. So here's the next thing we're gonna do. We're gonna do a version of shoulder stand. And so I know, like, maybe it's not for everyone. I'm gonna show this new version, but if you don't like it, you're just gonna put a block under your sacrum. Right, okay, that's totally fine. I know not everyone's gonna dig this, but it's always fun to kind of watch anyway. So I'm gonna take my bolster. This is more like, I know Carol will love this, actually. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, Carol's gonna love this. Okay, so I take the bolster, and I take my hands down. I'm on hands and knees. I'm just gonna tuck my chin. I put the head on the floor. Then it's awkward. I'm just gonna tuck my toes under, lift my legs, and I kind of walk myself forward. And look where I am. Pretty much shoulder stand, or this plow. And then I can take the legs up. Actually feels pretty good. If you don't have neck stuff, then you can try it. Okay, and if you're like, fun, Joe, but that's not my thing today, Then you can take your bolster, your block, and it's the same, not the same, but similar action of getting the heart to come up a little bit closer to the chin. And like the higher I go, I'm in that same shape. So I just wanted to show that. If that's interesting to you, then I'll talk you through it again. And if you're like, no, I'm good, you just do whatever. And on the block is fine. Okay, so if you're here, you have the bolster at the wall, you're on your hands and knees, and you tuck your chin and place your head on the floor. Then you straighten your legs and walk your feet in after you tuck the chin. I'm just lifting my legs so you can hear it, kind of watching. No? Okay, that didn't. Heart said ow, and that always scares me, so. Okay, can we try again? Okay. It's all fine, you try these things, if it doesn't work, as long as go slow, tuck your chin more, tuck your chin more.
Yeah, that's where the issue comes, is tucking my chin.
Okay, so that's fine. Sorry guys, I love to show you these interesting things, but okay, if you're in that, great. If you're not, or if you tried it and was like, oh, interesting, okay. We're either staying in that or you're on your block. Yogi's choice. Okay, so just because I showed it, I'm going to stay in that for, if you're ready to come out. One thing I didn't tell you was how to come out, is you just kind of wiggle yourself forward. So you end up with your hips on the bolster and your legs up the wall. But, like I said at the very beginning about advanced intermediate yoga, it's all just play. So if you're on your block, great. If you're on the bolster, you could come out into legs up the wall. And we'll just take maybe 5 more breaths. So hopefully you're comfortable. Be where you are. If you're on your block and you want to lift your legs up in the air, then that's fine. Go for that. And if you were doing the bolster thing, then you wiggled yourself forward and hopefully it all worked out so well you ended up in legs up the wall. Good. Okay. All right, and if you're on your block, then you're going to just let your feet come down to the floor, lift the hips, take the block out, and if you're in any other position at the wall, we're just going to wiggle ourselves out of this. I'm just going to slide myself forward. So I'm just wiggling like a little worm till I come off the bolster, and then we'll just take a few breaths here. So we're all on our back, hopefully, and wherever you are, knees bent. Good. Okay, take one more breath. And then from here, friends, you either can roll yourself to your side and come up, or if you're close enough to the wall now, you can just put your feet on the wall like you're sitting in a chair with the back on the floor. Maybe you have a little blanket, if you like, underneath your hips or underneath your torso, and the feet are at the wall. And it's like you're sitting in a chair. So knees over hips, ankles over knees. And we'll just pause there. I can get some better lighting. Good. Okay, so we're in this like sitting in a chair pose. Okay, and then you'll know to adjust because we're going to start by bringing the right knee in and then cross the right ankle over the left knee. And if it's too crunchy, you move away from the wall, or you can extend your left leg up the wall. It kind of makes them, okay? And if it's not quite crunchy enough, then stay in this shape. Put your right hand on the inside of your right thigh and take the left hand, grab the top of this right ankle, and draw this foot down the left thigh. Okay, maybe you're even gonna get the foot to come all the way down to the hip crease. And then I just push, I put my hand down on the sole of the foot, that arch of the foot, I'm just pressing that away and I'm pushing this knee away. And I'm just finding a little bit of a pelvic tilt. So I'm dropping the hips or hip bones towards the thighs and the low back is lifting. Okay, breathe here. You can close your eyes if you like. And then just stay in whatever shape you're in, however you are. Bring your attention to the right side flank, that whole side of your body and melt that side to the floor. And you might even turn your head to the left. So nice full breath in and a melting breath out. Good. And then bring your head back and release the right leg to the wall. Let's extend the legs up so we're on the heels. You can even take your arms up and over your head if you like. Okay, and then bending your knees, feet to the wall, and we'll take the arms up and over, catch hold of your left knee, hug it in, and then cross it over. And adjust yourself. Two sides are different. I'm going to take the left hand to this outside of the left thigh, and the right hand's going to hold the top of the ankle, or whatever this is, top of the foot, and draw that down someplace there. And then you just kind of gently, take the heel of the hand into the arch of the foot. I'm just pushing gently, opening the knee, and then drop in as much as you can, whatever shape you're in here. Put your mind into that left side of your body. And with every exhale, let it drop. And maybe turn your head to the right. Good, breathe here. And then bring your head back to center. Release the left leg. Comes up the wall, heel to the wall. Extend the right leg. You can take your arms over your head if you like. And just breathe here. Melt yourself to the floor. One more breath. And then we'll bend the knees again, feet to the floor. Feet to the wall, sorry, to the wall. Adjust yourself. Okay. I'm going to push the feet into the wall and lift the hips. I'm going to keep my arms over my head, but if you bring them down, that's great too. Whatever's better for you. And then you'll inhale. Now as you exhale, push the feet into the wall, start to lift your hips. And as they come up, the feet might want to go up higher to the wall. Good. Okay, take your left leg in and extend it over your head. Push the right foot into the wall. Open your hands. Good. And then switch legs. Take the right leg in and over your head. Flex through your heels. Yes, beauty. Good. And then release. Both feet to the wall. Let your hips come down. And then do nothing. Breathe. If your legs want to turn out, that's fine. Let them do. If they want to come to the floor, that's fine too. Just do nothing. Breathe. Good. Okay. And then we'll hug the knees in. Okay, so here's that place, my friends, where we're going to start to move into Shavasana. And if there's anything else you'd like to do, I'm going to do that same thing we just did. I'm just going to repeat it one more time, each side. And I'm just going to move this thing I'm lying on out because it's impeding my posture. So, okay, you're welcome to just, if you want to put that block underneath your hips for a few moments, you want to set yourself up in legs up the wall for 5 minutes or so, or just move into Shavasana. But if you're doing this with me, feet to the wall, arms down by your sides or over your head. And as you exhale, push the feet in, lift up. You might walk the feet higher, and then one leg comes into your face and over, and you push that foot into the wall. You flex through that extended leg heel. Lift your hips, and then switch. Find your length, your strength, your connection. And release. If you're here, rest. And if there's anything else you like, a happy baby, a little real thread the needle where you bring the leg in, that's fine. You can do that. I'm gonna move into legs up the wall for a few moments. Okay, so we have just under 10 minutes. So however you are, you know, I'll let you know when we're in our final few. So if you want to just come to lie down at that time, you can. Beauty, guys. Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Okay. Little handstand action here. Nice. Good. Anyone else want to try a handstand? I'll talk you through. Or even just to work the steps. Lindsay, I'm looking at you. You want to try it? Okay. So good. I'm just going to talk you through and we'll see what happens. So you take your hands and they're maybe like 2-3 inches away from the wall. And you find your downward facing dog. Yes. And then I'm just going to go with you. So then take your gaze and look between your hands. Hug the arms towards each other. And then start to walk your feet in towards your head. And as you walk the feet in, you drop the head. And you're going to feel, oh, the hips are just maybe coming over, the shoulders are coming over the wrists. Then you bend your knees. Okay, we take one leg up in the air. And the other leg on the floor, you bend the knee, that's your lever. And the other leg is just moving up and down. You want to keep that leg straight. And then you press, maybe you give a little hop, you see what happens. So a little hop. Can I do a little hop? You just can try it again. And it takes a lot of practice. Push the hands down as the legs, you kick up. And you just kind of see whatever happens. It's just play. And it takes, you know, it's just, you start. It has to start somewhere. So even if you just kick up a few times, yeah, just like that. Just like that. And then yes, it's like that. Just like that. That's how you start. That's it. I'm yelling and you guys are all in Shavasana. Shh. Yes, yes, yes. That is how it starts. That's how it starts, girl. If you do that every day for the next week, next Sunday, yeah. Or maybe like 8 Sundays from now, or who knows. That's it. All right. Shh. Good job, guys. Great. Okay. I'm just enjoying all that vibrational energy. And if you've been here for a while, or you're just getting here, it's maybe starting by feeling into the hands and letting the hands be so relaxed. And feeling that invitation for relaxation, for release, just melt you completely into the floor or the supports you provided for yourself. Staying in wherever you are, if you're happy. And if you'd like to move into lying down Shavasana, then now would be the time. Just scanning your body, softening any place you're still holding tension. Choosing to stay in your rest for as long as you like. And if you're ready to come out, and just consciously beginning that journey with your breath and simple movement through your fingers, your wrists, your ankles, your toes. Eventually finding your way to rest on your side. Nice. And coming up to seated if that's where you're going. Oh. Come on, Sadie. Come. Sadie, come. Taking a few moments again, if you haven't already, to just be here. Inhaling as you are. Exhale, folding your hands at your heart. Maybe they hold your heart or just place them in front. Never feels right and good. Just honoring your practice and honoring this space and whatever you did today, you did good work. As you begin your next inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale here and join with us in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bowing your chin. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Offer it to yourself. Yay. And we offer it out. And with great love. Mwah. Namaste, friends. Thank you. Namaste, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.